Hi guys, I'm Daphne Quay, your boss lady realtor here in Austin, Texas. Today we are doing a video to feature the top 5 schools in the Austin area. Make sure to watch this video all the way to the end because there's actually a bonus school / surprise at the end. So make sure to watch. Let's go. I wanted to make a video to go over some of the highest rated schools in Austin because I have so many people that move here from out of town with families, and they're always asking me, what are the best schools? What are the best schools? And I think a lot of people's expectations is that schools throughout Austin are gonna be wonderful because home prices have gone up so much. That's not to say there aren't good schools here because that's exactly what we're gonna talk about today. But unfortunately, the majority of neighborhoods in Central Austin have schools that are rated fairly low. And because I have so many clients that ask me about the schools and they really want to make sure that they're sending their families to some of the best schools, I really wanted to make this video just to highlight the top ones that I was able to find and the top ones that I see my clients are interested in most of the time. So we're going to be going over the top schools. I'm also going to tell you a little bit about the neighborhoods that they are in and what home prices look like there. So you can have a realistic idea of not only what it would look like to live in these neighborhoods, but have a realistic idea of what home prices are so you can plan and see if it would actually be a good fit for your family. Are you ready? Let's check these out. Before I jump in, I just want to let you know the source that I am getting these school ratings from. I am using greatschools.org. I've mentioned greatschools.org in several other videos, and it's a consistent source that I use when I'm helping my clients. And it's also a website that a lot of my clients use to do their own research. There are other websites out there. This is, I feel like, one of the better ones and one of the more accurate ones. So for the purpose of this video, we are using greatschools.org as a resource. Let's go. I'm going to start with grade schools. We'll move into a middle school, and then I'll tell you about a couple high schools. The first one on the list is Elsa England Elementary School. Elsa England Elementary is located in North Austin. It's between a couple neighborhoods. It's kind of in the Brushy Creek neighborhood as well as Avery Ranch. So here it is on a map. As you can see, it is located just north of Highway 45 between 183 and 35. It's pretty centrally located for being that far north. I mentioned that I would go over what the neighborhoods are like and what home prices are like in these particular little pockets that these schools are zoned for. Like I just said, Elsa England is in North Austin, and the neighborhood that kind of feeds into that school is Avery Ranch and like parts of Brushy Creek. Elsa England rated 10 out of 10 by greatschools.org. I've got a list of homes here that sold within the last 90 days, just to give you an idea of what the range of home prices are in this area. I'm seeing homes here that have sold anywhere from, let's see, this one is 530,000 all the way to 1.1 million, or just a smidge over. As far as the age of home and size, you can get homes that were built in the late 90s, and the newest home that I'm seeing on this particular list was built in 2016. As far as size range goes, one of the homes was just under 1,600 square feet, and one of the largest ones is just over 4,000 square feet. If you're looking at the Avery Ranch neighborhood and the neighborhoods that are immediately around it, like I mentioned, you can see homes that were built kind of in the late 90s up through more recently. I personally love that area because it is really well manicured. There's really nice signs going into the neighborhood to tell you what part of the neighborhood you're going into. There's lots of walking trails, sidewalks, tons of stuff to do. It very much feels like the suburbs, but you've got very quick access to everything because you're basically between 3 highways. Even though it does have a suburban feel to it, you can get anywhere fairly quickly. Some of the things to do in this area is there is the Avery Ranch Golf Course, which is absolutely gorgeous if you like to golf. I'm not a big golfer, but the place is really lovely. I've been there a couple times and always really enjoyed it there. There's also actual Brushy Creek Park, which is an extensive park with tons of walking trails. They've got kiddie splash pads, playscapes, like I said, walking trails. There's a river right there in the middle, so you can go kayaking or paddleboarding or paddleboarding or what have you. But there's plenty to do outdoors, as well as convenient things that you might need. As far as grocery stores, Walgreens, restaurants, there's a bunch of gyms there. So it's a really comfortable setup where you can have access to everything within minutes. There's not a movie theater. The next school on our list is Laurel Mountain Elementary School, which is located northwest Austin, Laurel Mountain Elementary is rated 10 out of 10 according to greatschools.org. Like I mentioned, it's located in Northwest Austin. Some people call this neighborhood Great Hills. What I really love about this part of town is how scenic it is. It's gorgeous. I think a lot of people have this perception of Texas of being just a flat desert with nothing going on, but Northwest Austin is the exact opposite of that. There are rolling hills, canyons, big trees, almost very foresty-like, super shaded. And some of the homes in this area are older, so they have a ton of character to them, and they're also really well taken care of. It's a very established community, and it feels like there's a lot of history there while still being close to town. They've got highly rated schools, and there's just so much greenery and scenery all around it. Once again, I've got a list of homes that are kind of in that Northwest Austin Great Hills neighborhood that are zoned for Laurel Mountain. Price ranges for these homes begin at $750,000 up to $2.1 million. Age ranges, I'm seeing there's one home, the oldest home on this list was built in 1983, and the newest home on the list was built in 2005. And as far as the size of homes that we can expect in this area, the smallest one I'm seeing is just over 2,000 square feet, and the largest one, the one that went for $2.1 million, is 5,288 square feet. That's gigantic. So like I mentioned, Northwest Austin, super scenic, really lovely homes. You can get something that's a little bit older or a little bit newer, but generally it has a very established feel to it, and it's very welcoming. I love. The next schools, two schools actually on our list, I am clumping them together because they are in the same neighborhood and they're literally 4 minutes apart from each other if you look on Google Maps. The first school I want to talk about is Forest Trail Elementary. And once again, according to greatschools.org, that school is rated 10 out of 10. The next school I want to talk about is Westlake High School. It's zoned for the exact same area. Like I mentioned, they're only 4 minutes apart. And I wanted to put them together in this portion of our video because they're in the same neighborhood. Might as well be efficient and clump them together and bring you information in a package. And once again, Westlake High School, according to greatschools.org, is rated 9 out of 10. These two schools are located in a pretty bougie part of town. They are right in the middle of Westlake. I've heard some people say that Westlake is kind of like the Beverly Hills of Austin, which I think is debatable, but at least it gives you some sort of idea of how nice it is. And it is, it's really lovely. Westlake is located just west of downtown Austin. It's also very scenic. There is a ton of variety in the style of home that you can find there. You can find homes that were built in the 60s that are just kind of modest and small, and then you can find brand new kind of modern mansion looking type homes as well. Westlake spreads out a lot, and there's tons to do there. It's really close to Barton Creek Shopping Center, which is a huge mall. There's plenty of grocery stores, there's gyms, there's tons of restaurants, there's a Trader Joe's there, there's massage places, there's nail salons, there's tons of office building, of course there's schools, but it's a very centrally located neighborhood with plenty to do. It's very convenient, and it's got highly rated schools. If we look at a map here, we can see that both schools are located just slightly southwest of downtown proper, and they are basically right off of one of our major highways, which is called 360. Highway 360 is one of our shorter highways. It goes north and south, and it is so scenic. There's a lot going on there as far as things to do and views. There's a 360 bridge, also known as the Pennybacker Bridge, which goes over Lake Austin, and you can see gorgeous views of West Austin as well as downtown from there. Also, if all you have time for is a quick drive through Highway 360, it's stunning. There's like cliffs and canyons and greenery everywhere. It doesn't feel like you are in Texas. It's so gorgeous and so peaceful there. Just like in other school districts, I have pulled up a list of homes that have sold recently that are zoned for Forest Trail Elementary as well as Westlake High School. The price ranges that I'm seeing here currently for closed homes is $925 up to $2.8, almost $2.9 million. The size range for these homes is pretty broad. The smallest home that I'm seeing that was sold there is 1,777 square feet. And the largest home that I'm seeing that sold was 5,265 square feet. As far as the age ranges go, the oldest home was built in 1979 and the newest one was built in 1993. That's not to say you can't get older homes, and that's not to say you can't get newer homes. This is just what has sold in that pocket, but there is quite a bit of variety. Like I mentioned, you could see kind of an older little rambler and something a lot more modern and newer and more stately looking as well. Before I continue, please make sure to watch this video all the way to the end, just a gentle reminder, because I have a bonus surprise for you. So let's continue. The next school that I want to talk about is Hill Country Middle School, which is actually located in the same area as the two previous schools I had talked about. Hill Country Middle is rated 9 out of 10 according to greatschools.org. And it's also somewhat in that Westlake area. It's zoned for a couple other neighborhoods, Westlake being the primary one, of course, but there's Davenport, Davenport Ranch, Rob Roy, Westlake Highlands, Westlake Place, Westview, to name a few. The makeup of these neighborhoods is actually very similar to the Westlake neighborhood that I had just described in the previous two schools. The only difference is that it becomes a bit more expensive. If we're looking at single family homes that sold in these neighborhoods in the last 90 days or so, the price range is going to be anywhere from $950,000 all the way up to $11,995,000. I will say the majority of these homes sold right around 1.7 million to about 2.5 million, 2.8 million, with the exception of a little bit higher and a tiny bit lower, but the bulk of them are going to be right around like the high 1 million range to kind of high 2 million range. As far as size range goes, you can get a smaller home right around 1,700 square feet, all the way up to 6,113 square feet. That is a very large home. And as far as the age range goes, you can get a home that was built in 1954 all the way to a home built in 2021. We have made it to the end of the video, and as promised, I have a bonus school that I wanted to share with you. I personally think the school is very much under the radar when it comes to public schools in Austin, so I wanted to give it a shout out. I want to feature LASA High School, which stands for Liberal Arts and Science Academy. This school is a magnet school, and it's located pretty far east into Austin. What makes it unique is that the students have to apply to go there. In order to apply and be accepted, the kids that go there have to have pretty solid school record, community involvement, and a strong desire to continue learning and be challenged. I'm taking this directly from their website, but here's essentially what it says. It says the Liberal Arts and Science Academy, LASA, is a 4-year comprehensive public urban advanced academic magnet high school for approximately 1,300 students in the Austin Independent School District. The program recruits the most academically advanced students from public and private schools in Austin. This is Austin's first magnet program that was created in 1985. The Liberal Arts Academy at Johnson High School opened in 1987. So it's been around for a long time. I've known several families that have had children that go there, or I guess teens, and they've always done really, really well. Like I said, this home is located in East Austin, but you have to apply to go there. It's not like one particular neighborhood is zoned for that area. You could live pretty much anywhere in the Austin area, and as long as you get accepted, you can go. LASA is rated, according to greatschools.org, 9 out of 10. And I wanted to give it a shout out because I personally love the fact that they focus on arts and science, and they make the students apply in order to go there. It's a public school, it's highly rated, and it provides a ton of opportunity for the kids that really want to challenge themselves and grow without being a private school. So I think that's a huge plus for the parents as well. So that's it. That's all the information that I've got on the top schools in Austin. I'm thinking of potentially doing a video with top schools in suburbs in Austin. What do you guys think? Is that something you would watch? Leave a comment, let me know. If you're thinking of relocating to the Austin area or potentially thinking about selling or buying a home here, you can always reach out. Here's my email. Or you can reach me via Instagram. That's it. That's all I've got for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time.